Okay, good morning. I believe all you people are in your mid 20s to mid 30s. Am I right? Yeah. So all of you are into a career, into a kind of a direction which you are probably going towards. So I think the topic which I was told was ordered chaos. Now I really didn't know what to make out of it and how should one surgeon speak to people who are in a different line altogether and figure out what are you going to go home with the message. So what I thought was that let me paint a little story about my life and tell you that we are probably all searching for order in the chaos of choices which we have. Now, what are the choices which we are living in this life today with the Facebook and the social media? It is crazy. We want to understand who we are, what am I. So, to start my little story, I am born in a nuclear family in Delhi. I am 60 years of age. So I was born in 59 actually. And my parents migrated from Bengal. We started our life, my sister and I, with a very good background. My parents, who worked very hard to bring us up, which I think all of us are fortunate enough mostly. Um, we were given the values of dignity, faith, belief, and working hard. We were told, work hard. You work hard, you will achieve things in your life. My father was, imagine, a postage stamp designer. He used to design stamps, okay, very fine art. So I picked up my entire art from him. There was a lot of music in our family. My elder sister, she's a very well accomplished Indian classical vocalist singer. So we grew up a very happy childhood with a very clear vision, make your own life. But culturally and academically, we were given the dosage and the usual comparisons which we were given that, listen, that guy's doing well, this guy's doing well, that guy's not doing well. Look at their lives, follow them. So we grew up. Life was simple, life was good, life was nice. Perhaps the biggest influencer in my life was my school days, where I remember my principal. I am from Springdale School. My principal, who is still active at the age of 96 today, she's still working 10 hours a day, was an inspiration to me. And her basic intention in life was to make us multifaceted. Be aware of the fact that extracurricular activities is going to hold you good in life, is what she used to tell us all the time. So, not the typical padai karo and that's it. So, we were exposed to sports, art, culture, science, crafts, elocution, jam, anything under the sun. So the zest for life which my principal had was very, very infectious, and can say that I actually put it in my persona. It was something which I really wanted to be. I needed to be sort of active. I needed to be wanting to do things all the time and be interested in things. Then came college. I wanted to join my medical college, which we had those entrance examinations those days, which I'm sure all of you must have also done. So I joined Maulana Azad Medical College, and the time when I joined, it was the first success which I had made on my own. To join a medical college for a guy from a simple background was not very easy those days. Well, I did. But what I'd learned in school, I found the play field in college. It just opened up everything. The college was one of the most enriching experiences in my life. I was there for about 5 years. I remember when we were ragged. Ragging was very fashionable those days, unlike today. We were ragged, and I was forced to sing a song, which I did. And I don't know what I did. I overnight became famous. I was designated entertainer of the college, and we had 180 people in our batch. 5 years, 900 people. It was a crazy crowd, and I became the so-called rock star in college. The next 5 years went in doing all kinds of cultural activities. We were singing. I had a rock band. I was recording music. I was doing ramp walking. I was advertising. I was doing theater. I was doing elocution. I was in sports. Everything except studies. College went. Lovely life. Fantastic life. We've all been through it, right? Then comes the phase where probably just before you guys entered this institution, what do I do? Now that's the time when you're, in your early 20s and you are too old to be dependent on your parents and you're too young to be independent. You're too insufficiently qualified. You don't know what to do. So what bug hit me, I said, I want to join the eye center at the AIMS. AIMS is the All Indian Institute of Medical Sciences. I said, that's where I want to join, without realizing there were only 2 open seats out of the 6 available, and there were 1,000 candidates applying for these seats. Imagine what kind of odds we are looking at. First attempt, didn't get through. Second attempt, didn't get through. Locked myself in a room. So this was my chaos in my mind. What do I do? I locked myself in my room, continued to study, study, study. There was no friend, no day, no night, no food, nothing. Till I went and topped the exam in that attempt, got into AIMS, the college of my dreams, and just entered the eye center. This was probably my destiny. I was to become an eye surgeon. So once I joined there, my carefree life became a very, very workaholic life. I suddenly changed completely 180 degrees. I was in the library. I became a feared surgeon in the college because nobody could see me eye to eye because I knew everything. I was working 14, 16 hours like a possessed individual who had nothing else in life except just I. At the same time, I continued to judge festivals all over Delhi. I was performing also those days, but it was only the eye. I scaled from height to height to height, became excellent. People gave me a label of being not only a guy who sings, but is damn good at his work. Now, this is what I wanted. That was my order of the day in the chaos, that I wanted to be the best eye surgeon. Well, I got awards. I got the Best Restaurant Award. I got the gold medal. I topped the AIMS. And then came, what do I do now? I was very happy academically, but professionally, happiness was creating chaos in my inner mind. I was not able to be very happy. I realized there were other aspects to life which were very, very important: love, empathy, friendships, holidays, entertainment, doing things for yourself, understanding yourself, faith, religion. What am I doing? I'm working 18 hours a day. There's nothing which I could look forward to. Till I met my wonderful wife. She also is a surgeon. We met while at college. Well, things happened, and my priorities changed. Suddenly, I was this guy. All of you have been there, right? Or going there. So from me, it became we. From my way, it became our way. From my family, it became our family. From my car to our car. Well, it was fantastic. I loved it. I loved the togetherness. I loved getting married. I loved the fact that we've been married for 29 years now. And it was a life changer for me again. The chaos and the order were again separated. Well, we settled down, had a wonderful time sitting at home. Then the bug hit me again. Hey, that's not my life. Let's start a clinic. Let's start doing something for ourselves. We had an option of starting the clinic, which is what we did. Only thing we had was working hard, dedication, a belief, a faith, and an out-of-the-box thinking which said, we will do it the correct way, we will not take the wrong path. Now that for medicine, my friends, is not a very easy thing to do. You may have heard people doing shortcuts, taking the other way around. We didn't want to do that. A lot of hard work paid off. We had this successful clinic, and probably we were known as one of the preferred surgical practices in the city for the eye, and which continued for many, many years. And then guess what? Kids happened. 2 boys. Priorities. Well, I was working 8, 10, 12 hours, 14 hours sometimes. I was going out for conferences, was going out about 18, 20 times in a year out of the country. I was a very high-flying surgeon, teaching, operating, doing life surgeries all over the world. 10, 12 years I did that till my kids were 15 and 13. And then I said, man, I understand today that what your children are going to be is what you give to them, how much time you spend with them. You leave them with the maids and the creches, that's what they imbibe. You want to be with them, give them space, they will pick up what they have to, they will understand what life is all about, they'll become like what you want them to be. We took a back seat from our practice, so this is again trying to get order into the chaos of what I was facing that time. So guess what? Suddenly, I get into a situation I'm sitting in a conference out of the country, alone, saying, what am I doing here? Very famous, very adulated, lot of things happening to you. I just put a full stop. I came back home and said, I'm not going anywhere. 5 years I spent time with both our boys. It was being with them, speaking to them, asking them what they want, and just letting them be. So we were around. I believe that it has bonded us like a family like nothing else. We are friends. We talk to each other every day. They're both in the university, they're both now in jobs. We have had a great family life ever since. It was really, really fantastic. Just have some water, please. So when this happened, I actually again reordered some sense into the chaos. We were very happy. Children have now gone. Now, what I'm trying to explain to you is that all what we have done is at every point in your life, which is your practical life, which you will face, all of you will get chaos. You'll get choices. You'll get things which you probably will have to take into your own stride. This is my life. This is what I want to do. But at the end of the day, once you get into this situation where you need to make a choice, are you willing to change yourself? Are you willing to change your order or the priority and get some sense into the chaos which is actually troubling all of us? Now, the other thing which I want to talk about is that we in our lives have always seen, like at my age, I realize change is a must. Life is a constant flux of change. You will keep changing, right? What is good today for you will not work for you tomorrow. Are you willing to change your priorities? Are you willing to make the necessary changes which it actually requires for you to be comfortable? Because all these which happen, basically, you don't have to give up things in your life. You have to just prioritize. Now, the problem comes in when we are all trying to please people all the time. We are doing something for somebody. For the parents, for the wife, for the kids, for the neighbors, for the uncles and aunts, and who want us to be this and that. Are we wanting to do that? No. The moment you understand that you are the priority, unless you're okay, nothing else is okay with you. That is all what it takes for you to understand and get this order back into your life. Now, what I always have believed in is the more we educate ourselves, the more we are trying to, uplift our degrees, etc., our demands keep on increasing in life. A fellow who is just out of school knows he's probably got not too many options. Somebody who's done his post-graduation is expecting much more. Somebody after, like what you guys are doing here, after this you will be wanting way, way better jobs, salaries, positions, whatever, promotions. Now, all these, I say we are into a rat race. Guess who wins? Who wins? The rat. I don't want to be the rat. I want to be a guy who is now trying to understand that my priorities are what I want today. So, what I want to give to whatever job which I'm doing is 100%. I would like to make sure that I am giving it my full attention. And the words which I love to use are belief, faith, honesty, and dedication. Now, let's come to the success bit. What according to you is success? If success is what we are working for, success is the accomplishments of your aims, which could be your career-oriented, finance-oriented, or personal-oriented. That's what definition of success is. What is your success? If you ask today yourself, what is your success? Now, believe me, my success priorities have changed all my life. When I was in school, it was to get into a good college. When I was in college, it was to get into a kind of a career. When I was a doctor, I said, I want to be the best doctor. That went off. Then I said, hey, wife, that went off. Then the practice, that went off. Then the kids, that went off. So it's a journey. So your priorities will have to keep on changing. Today, if you ask me, I'm at a 60 year of age, standing in front of you. What has been your success? I will say the biggest success is not what I've achieved in my academics, my career, my profession. I'm known all over the world. I teach all over the world. That's not my success. I have made houses. I've got properties. I've bought cars, what I love. I've gone for exotic holidays. Is that my success? No. My success today, according to my current definition, is The happiness which I share with my spouse and my two kids, period. Anything else is secondary. Yes, I need to work. I need to be excellent in what I'm doing. I need to be able to make more and more strides. But is that my success? No, that is not giving me happiness. So the moment I understand that, my entire scenario changes. Now, coming to the last bit, what is stressing all of you people out? Stress. What is stress? Stress is insecurity. We are also insecure. कल को क्या होगा, मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, ये जॉब होगी, वाइफ मिलेगी, बच्चे होंगे, स्कूल में एडमिशन मिलेगी, all that crap which comes in, it doesn't gel in our minds. Okay, this is insecurity, a fear of the unknown. We are scared of what's going to happen tomorrow to us. So that is not the way to live. You need to be able to understand that your chaos in your mind is only going to come if you don't believe and change accordingly. Now, I always have told my kids very categorically that it is very easy for me at this stage of my life to look back and tell you my story, which is what I've done a little bit. You guys are in the start of your careers in your life. You have a long way to go. You don't have a rearview mirror except your school and college, probably. But it is something which we cannot predict. We can't sort of figure out what's happening in the future. We all need to take a call, but we need to dream, we need to execute, we need to be real, and have faith that someday we'll be able to tell our stories.